Hi. So, I'm gonna do a. So this is the weekly recap video. Shouldn't take long. We only got one, two, three, four, five, six, 7 trays to cover. So, um, yeah, let's get started, huh? And tomorrow's gonna be the weekly recap. So on Tuesday, I started the new 200k uh, free challenge. So first trade was Euro USD. Uh, let's take the trading view app, Euro USD. So the price was, I entered after the big move down. So somewhere over here. Uh, the reasoning behind this trade was that price was at a weekly resistance. So a break and retest essentially on the weekly. On the daily, there was like 2 wicks and then M formation, and there was divergence, I believe, on the H4. Let's see, on H4, yes. So divergence here, boom, boom, and price went into profit a bit, but then started to range and moving up essentially. So, is there something for me to learn from this trade? Um, there's nothing I would have done differently thinking about it afterwards. Uh, if this kind of trade would emerge again, I would take it again because it's exactly my setup. Just the probability was on my side, but it's all a numbers game, right? So you don't win every trade. So all the things I'm looking for: wicks, divergences, breaks and retests, resistances, M formation, W formation. They were all there. So, and I would take this trade again, just for this time to work out. So CAD CHF. Let's go to the end result. CAD CHF was a winner. So essentially, this resistance here is actually a weekly kind of resistance if I remember correctly. So this was the place where I entered to sell. Well, even if it's just an H4 like chart, it's moving down, like it's a downtrend, and it is a zone here. And price broke past it, came back to retest, moved down, came for a second retest, uh, and did a divergence on H1. H1 divergence here, and simply break and retest trade with a divergence in a downtrend. So that's essentially it, and it was a winner. USD JPY was on Wednesday. Uh, for this trade, for something to learn, exactly my trade. I would take it again. Divergence was present at a resistance support resistance line, so everything checks out. So this was a good trade. USDCHF was at a daily break and retest zone with uh, with a daily. So this is actually a trade I should not have taken, and I wouldn't take it again. If there was divergence at like H1 or H4, I would take it again, absolutely. But for this reason, for this setup, I actually entered preemptively. It did work out, but it worked out like too exactly is not the right way to say it. Like too close. It The take profit was hit with exactly 1 pip. Like if you look at the minute chart, there's no there's no wick or line behind the take profit line. So it touched it and it dropped. So it was too close, too too close of a win. So and there was no divergence. I would not take this trade again. I entered this trade preemptively, and that was my miscalculation. But luckily, it worked out. That's why there's D1 with a question mark here, because the divergence I was looking at was here, but it hadn't formed yet, and it didn't form at all. So it was a break. It was essentially just a break and retest, which I said I wouldn't trade again if there was no divergence. Breaks and retest work, but I have to pair it with divergence in order for it to work for me. Because last week I tried just trading breaks and retest, and I got into trades. I got into trades that didn't work out. So if you're interested in looking at, look at the last week's videos. And it worked out too precisely, I would say. See, there's no line behind the take profit line. No like wick line, the shadow line. NZDCHF was a good trade, and right now I'm glad I'm trading with 1-to-1 because I'm learning to take profits off the table. Like I've been involved in trading for 3 years now, and the amount, the number of trades that I've gotten into that have gone to 1-to-1 or 1-to-2 risk reward in profit, and I haven't closed them, and then they reversed and hit my stop loss. It's like too many too many trades to count. And right now I'm trading with 1-to-1. With this account, I was risking 2% per 1% per trade, and with a 10K account, if I would have closed on NFP before I got off work, I would have made like $300. With the 200K account, I would have made like 7,000 or 6,000, which is huge for me. Even 300 is huge for me. And yeah, 1-to-1 works for me right now. I'm gonna trade 1-to-1 like probably next year. Next start of next year, I'm gonna take a challenge. Uh, we'll see what FTMO Christmas calendar brings. Maybe there's a good discount there. Maybe I'll buy the challenge and then start next year or start this year or whatever. I'm gonna wait for a good discount if it comes from the calendar or whatever. Maybe I win. Maybe I win the challenge. Who knows? Um, but yeah, I'm gonna trade 1-to-1 for a little while, probably a month or two, maybe 3. Then I'm gonna slowly upgrade it, like 1 to 1.5, 1 to 2, stuff like that, because I need to learn how to take profits. So that was the rant. End of rant. The entity CHF was price was at a daily zone, and it made a divergence on minute 30. Uh, I don't usually like to look at like the 30-minute chart. Right now, I'm looking at weekly, daily, 4 hour, and 1 hour. I try not to go like into the lower time frames. Minute 30, minute 15 are like scalping area for me right now. They work, and there are a lot of trades on minute 30 and minute 15 and minute 5. But then you would have to, or I would have to, trading styles different for trading styles are different for everyone. I would have to be, actively on the charts, and I don't have that kind of freedom in my time right now. And so minute 30 found a divergence, and the end result was a winner. What? Something's wrong. For some reason, the trade got pasted wrong. Anyway, this was the move from here. The trade was. It looked something like this, I think. The trade. Something like this. Yeah. It hit my take profit and then it spiked up. So I'm glad I'm trading with 1 to 1 right now, because I would be so pissed at myself that I didn't close. I'm pissed at myself that I didn't close the two last trades I'm going to talk about. So that was that. And yeah, just a trade taken from a daily zone with divergence. So, but still, an M formation, a daily break and retest, a daily zone, an M on H1, the divergence was there. So yeah, all the things we're looking for in a trade. Euro JPY was also a good trade, I think, in my opinion, because it's a downtrend. I think it should still be here. So it's a downtrend, right? Downtrend on H4, let's say. It's moving down. It's forming lower lows and lower highs. Was a clear H1 zone. Break break. Price broke it. Came back for a retest. Entered after the engulfing candle with a divergence on H1, and it's back down. It would have hit 1 to 2 actually here easily. Well, not easily, but still pretty damn close. I mean, not close. I'm struggling to find words for some reason. I know what I want to say, and yesterday when I made a video, and I was struggling to find words, I closed the recording, and then it hit me. Why didn't I say it with these words? So I don't know. Anyway, yeah, it would have hit 1 to 2. Uh, but right now I'm trading 1 to 1. So yeah, it's back down, hit my take profit, came back for a second retest. Now it's moving down. Not the second retest, but it made a zone here, broke past it, came back for retest. Now it's moving down, and also divergence here, if you can identify it from here to here, and from here to here. So yeah, it's probably gonna move down. It's probably gonna do something over here. Right now, it's like the no man's land. I mean, there is kind of something happening here, but it's already price had already reacted here. So I think it's gonna drop somewhere over here, and then there are two trades that I lost on Friday after NFP. Euro CHF was an H1 resistance with an H4 divergence, and it's ranging like it's forming a triangle here. So who knows what it's gonna do, right? So triangle. So it moved as anticipated. I just got a bad entry, and right now it broke past my stop loss, and now it's I don't know what's it doing. Moving down maybe. I don't know. Not gonna take this trade again. But yeah, one thing I would do differently with this trade and with the GBP CAD as the last trade. Well, this was a stupid trade. This was a bad trading decision because yes, there's divergence, but there's no zone. There's no zone to trade off from. Yeah, there's some kind of reaction here, but nothing too concrete. Better zone would be like this over here. So that's probably where price is gonna go. But yeah, this was a bad trade, a poor trading decision because there's no zone to trade off from this entry. Yes, there's a zone now, right, on H1 forming here, but I still would not have taken the trade just because there was NFP on Friday. And yes, there technically is a zone here, but if I delete this trade, uh, it's pretty obvious for me that if I would have entered somewhere over here, price is ranging on a high market, on a high impact news event. It's usually price like makes 2 wicks on both sides to take the trades out, and then it's gonna move in its direction it wants to go. So to take a trade on Friday on NFP day, well, like half an hour before NFP, before this zone occurred here, I would have anticipated it would stop me out. So taking a trade like this would have worked, but I probably would not have taken it because it's such a new zone. So it would have worked out, yeah. But it's such a new zone. It would have usually it makes a wick somewhere and then moves into the other direction. So a trade like this was a bad idea, and I would not have. I would not take that again. And that's it. It's actually good to see that I'm taking so little trades. I mean, only 7 trades for like 6 days, to 4 days, and seven trades. That's good. That's good. If I look at some of my older like trading journals. I mean, I took like uh, so this is actually this week's summer. It took like 8 trades a day, and did I win any? I mean, I won two, lost one, two, three, four, and two of them were break even. So pointless, right? So yeah, I mean, this is a poor trade in of itself. Yes, there's divergence, but what a bad entry, right? So yeah. Anyway, let's continue plowing on. I'm not gonna give up. I'm not gonna give up. This is like too lucrative of a business, and I've spent like 3.5 years now crafting my trading style and my mental awareness and my thought process and my perspective, and I'm struggling to find words. Mindset. I've been crafting my mindset for trading, and yeah, trading with just one to one. Even right now, I've like won 4 trades, lost three. I would still be $2,000 in profit with a 200K account. With a 10K account, I would be still $100 in profit, risking 1%. That's huge for me. $100 a week, extra money for me. I mean, it's technically like 80 bucks because the profit split is like 20/80 on FTMO. Still, it would be like a huge $100 an extra money per week is like a lot for me. And I owe it to my family. I owe it to my sons. I owe it to my girlfriend because they deserve a good life. I mean, I deserve a good life. I mean, why not? World is like really fragile right now, and you need to be secure. You need to be. You need to have a plan. You need to become wealthy in order to live a better life. I have an idea I want to rant about, but I gotta script it somehow because right, I've been thinking about it a lot, and for some reason it it's completely blank here. I I know what I want to say, but I can't put it into words, so I have to script it a little bit, put some ideas on paper or somewhere, and then like make a video about it. I also bought a true tail indicator. I'm gonna make a separate video about that as well. Don't want to make this video too long. Anyway, yeah, it's almost half an hour. So yeah, and it's all after midnight. I'm at my parents' house actually. Gonna help them chop some wood tomorrow. So yeah, see you guys in the next video, probably tomorrow. Gonna make a weekly outlook, the trades I'm looking at. Cheers. See ya.